Good morning. This weekend we are celebrating Hobbit Day because Bilbo and Frodo's combined birthdays are on September 22nd.
But that's a school night for me.
Yeah, and my favorite Hobbit just had a birthday this last week, so we are celebrating this weekend. We're starting with some special coffees. The point of Hobbit Day is to eat all of the Hobbit meals. We are also watching the Hobbit and Lord of the Rings movies. We watched the Hobbit movies yesterday.
And we're finishing our marathon today.
Yes, we're finishing the marathon with the Lord of the Rings trilogy today. We're eating our way through the weekend. We're eating all of the Hobbit meals. There's 7 of them. The first one is breakfast. Now the timing on our meals is wrong. I don't think it really matters.
Yeah, we're on mountain time.
Not really. We're just eating when we wake up and throughout the day. So,
every couple of hours.
Yeah, breakfast is mini quiches. They're in the toaster oven right now, and I just finished making us some really special coffees with our brand new coffee maker, which is right back here behind Mom, and it has the capability of steaming milk. We can pull espresso shots, and I'm loving it so far. If you're curious about that coffee maker, I will make a video about it if you ask me to, but only if you ask me to. So let me show you our coffees this morning because I'm really proud and they're really pretty. I made a couple of lattes and they're slightly different. One of them is made with a blueberry flavored coffee and the other one is made with a pumpkin spice flavored coffee. And we also have some maple vanilla whipped cream from Aldi. What a wonderful magical place. And then over here, well, we have a sleeping dog and we also have some mini quiches in the toaster oven. I think they're ready to eat. So this is gonna be our first meal of the day. We've got our mini quiches and our coffee. The mini quiches actually came in a box from Sam's Club, and so they were pre-made. I didn't have to do any prep work, which was really, really nice. I can see how this would be really difficult celebrating Hobbit Day, 7 meals. If you're gonna make everything from scratch by hand, it's gonna be a lot of work. It's already gonna be a lot of work because you're sitting at home and you're eating every 2 hours basically. So you kind of have to plan for this day ahead of time because you don't wanna have a whole bunch of stuff on your to-do list that you're ignoring or also doing while you're doing this, because that's just a lot. So plan this, if you're planning to do something like this, plan this for a weekend where you have nothing else to do. We actually really needed a weekend like this. It's been kind of a rough couple of weeks around here, if I'm gonna tell the truth. Right, Mom?
Yeah, it's been busy.
It's been busy. We've had a lot going on, some really stressful things.
You know, after we moved, I saved a whole bunch of things back.
You did a lot of work while I was gone.
But there were a whole bunch of things I just couldn't get to it.
But then there were some things that happened after I got home, and it's just been busy. It's been chaotic. It's been a lot. So this weekend has been really, really nice. But anyway, I'm going to link to the website that I'm using as a reference for this celebration of this holiday so that you guys can check it out. I am not gonna act like I made this up. I didn't make this up, but I am gonna link to the website that I'm using as like a reference to help me plan for this day. So there you go. The second meal of the day is called Second Breakfast, and if you've ever watched the Fellowship of the Ring, it's in the first movie, and Pippin says it. What about Second Breakfast? Second Breakfast is meant to be a little bit lighter than First Breakfast. First Breakfast, we had the mini quiches, and those are gonna hold you over for a little bit longer than a pastry will. But we have a couple of options. I'm gonna show you what we've picked out for our options for Second Breakfast. We have some pumpkin muffins over here. These are for later. And we also have some pumpkin spice cake donuts that we got at Publix today. And I'm really excited about these. They look so yummy. We are now doing Elevensies, which is supposed to be like tea time. And we're not doing tea. We are doing pastries that go with tea, but we're doing a different kind of beverage. We're doing grape juice.
Fermented grape juice.
We're doing wine, but I want to show you something really, really cool. So this is the wine that we're drinking. This is from Bear Creek. This is a wine that I actually brought home from Alaska last year. And this is how I opened it. This is my brand new wine bottle opener. It's called the Sonoma set. And it's like a air action pump needle kind of situation, which is really cool because it doesn't destroy your cork. It just pokes a hole and pumps air into the bottle and forces the cork out. It's something I bought at the state fair in Alaska, and I love it so much. It's cool, right?
It is awesome.
She loved the demonstration.
That was really cool.
Because this was the first time she's been able to see it in action.
Yeah.
It's not the first time I've used it, but it's the first time I've used it where she could watch. So, we're gonna have some wine, and I'm gonna have my cheese Danish. Mom doesn't like these, so Mom's gonna have her croissant for Elevensies. The lights are off, and the dogs are napping, but it is time for, what is this? Luncheon. And we're having leftover shepherd's pie because we had this yesterday. Well, yeah. And okay, so this was like a dish that I bought. It was frozen in the frozen section at Aldi.
And you'd think, yes,
well,
shepherd's pie,
honestly, I wasn't expecting much because it's like a frozen meat casserole covered in mashed potatoes. And I don't like potatoes anyway. And it came from Aldi, and I think it was like, I don't know, $6. But we had some yesterday, and we ate about half of it, but it's actually really, really good. I'm shocked, surprised, pleased in a very good way. I'm gonna put some roasted garlic on mine though. Not that it needs it, but I need this. Yum. And it's so soft, it's like butter. Yum. It is now time for afternoon tea, so somebody's gonna have
birthday cake.
Birthday cake. Happy birthday, Mom.
Happy birthday, Mom. Thank you.
I love you very much. The dogs are hot because they've had dinner and their after dinner walk. And now it's time for us to have dinner. For dinner we are having leftover chicken and dumplings, which Mom made yesterday, and it's so tasty.
Really good.
It's so good. You didn't need to put any flour in that gravy because it is just perfect. Look at it.
Yeah.
Yum. It is much later. It's actually almost 8 o'clock. We have finished our Lord of the Rings marathon. We do kind of skip some of the parts with Gollum and Sam and Frodo just because it gets really tedious to me. So what we do is we turn on the closed captions and watch it in fast forward, and then we play the parts that we like. But anyway, the last meal of the day is called supper. It's meant to be served at 9 o'clock. It's almost 8 o'clock. I hate to eat really, really late. So we're bumping it up. And also, I had planned a charcuterie. It's meant to tide Hobbits over until the next morning for breakfast, but I've made something else instead, and I'm actually really, really excited about it. I think it's gonna be really tasty. So there's this Cheetos mac and cheese that's out now, and the first time I saw it was this summer in Alaska, and I've never heard of Cheetos mac and cheese. I've only ever really heard of like Kraft and Velveeta and like Annie's, but I've never heard of the Cheetos one. So I saw this at Publix for 79 cents, and it is the jalapeno flavor. And so I thought I would try this because we're going keto soon, and so I wanted to get this, you know, made and eaten. Here it is. Truth be told, I've had some already, and I put extra cheese on top because it's really jalapeno heavy and it's not very cheesy. So I think it needs more cheese than comes in the box. Just FYI. But this is gonna be my supper. This is gonna tide me over until tomorrow. Okay, it's bedtime. The Chiefs are still playing. They're on. That's a strange catch. I think they're winning right now, but the game's not over, but it's bedtime. It's 10:30 and we're tired. Our Hobbit day is over. I had a really good time. Did you have a good day?
I loved the Hobbit day.
Is it something
movie marathon? I would do it again.
You want to do it again?
Yeah.
We want to get the extended editions because we don't have the extended editions. If you have the Hobbit or the Lord of the Rings,
we want to know, is it worth it?
Is it worth buying? Because we have some in our Amazon carts. Here come the dogs.
Yay.
We have some extended editions in our Amazon cart, and I'm trying to decide, justify. Do we buy the extended editions when we already have the theatrical releases? Anyway, I had a good time. It was a lot of food. It's not something I would do frequently, but I think doing it once a year is a good plan.
Yeah.
Reasonable, right? The dog wants her cookie. So I'm gonna close this out. You guys will see me in another vlog really soon.